The blinders have been taken off the American people. I think they're ready. They're ready to insist that a minimum wage be $15 an hour. They're ready to insist that people have child care and access to it. They're ready to admit and understand the needs that average Americans have. That's why my Build Back Better plan, in fact, my entire campaign is built upon a simple concept. It's time to reward hard work in America, not wealth. Reward work, not wealth. We don't have to penalize wealth. But it's the opposite now. We reward wealth and not work. We're going to have to rebuild an economy in the wake of COVID-19. And as we do, we have an incredible opportunity to make long overdue investments for working families, and to make sure the wealthy, the very wealthy, and the big corporations finally begin to pay their fair share. I'm not looking to punish anybody. Just pay your fair share. It's time we give hard-working families who literally built the country through their skills and their sweat and their blood, like the United Brotherhood of Carpenters and Joiners, a leg up for once. I have a big, ambitious plan that bets on the American worker. My plan is going to create millions of good-paying jobs, building the products and technologies that we need now and in the future. And it starts with a pretty basic idea. When the government spends taxpayers' money, we should spend that money to buy American products made by American workers and in American supply chains to generate American growth and opportunity. My plan would tighten the rules to make Buy American a reality. During my first term alone, we're going to invest $400 billion of federal money that you go out and spend, that I have control over as a president or an administration, to invest and purchase products and materials our country needs to modernize our infrastructure, to replenish critical stockpiles, to enhance our national security. I was just going through the apprentice program with one of your carpenters, and he's showing me how to read blueprints. And I'm a frustrated architect. I just love building. My kids years ago bought me a light board. I have no professional training, but I like, and I carry around a graph paper. I'm always making up and designing homes and landscapes. That's my way out. Some people can paint, I can't. And he was showing me the blueprints and how they can change several walls in a particular building to conserve and save energy. And he pointed out what you have to learn to be able to read a blueprint. And I pointed out to him that my Buy America plan, he said, by the way, not me, this carpenter said, and by the way, we can kill two birds with one stone. He didn't use that phrase. He said, we can do two things at once. He said, we can improve the environment by using less energy to operate this building and create more jobs. And I said, I'm going to send you a copy of my plan. My Senate colleagues know exactly what it is. My Buy American, Build America plan calls for literally what we started in our administration and couldn't finish, retrofitting 4 million buildings in America that are leaking millions of gallons of energy now. In the process, creating the 4 million jobs for skilled labor, replacing windows, insulation that works, making sure that the unit is tight, including retrofitting 2 million homes. All of it done at a prevailing wage with union labor, creating hundreds of thousands of union-certified jobs. That's not hyperbole, that's a fact. That's how it will happen. And saving millions of barrels of oil in the process, improving our environment. That's why the IBEW and a lot of other unions support what we're doing. We're going to put in 500,000 charging stations along our highways. Why? So we can own the electric car market. Estimated creating 1 million new jobs in Michigan and Detroit in the automobile industry. Look, we can outcompete anybody if we set our mind to it. You know, my infrastructure plan is going to revitalize American infrastructure so the future is made in America. You know, the president keeps talking about he's going to invest in infrastructure, right? How many times has he said, well, you guys are there, he had a plan in 17, his infrastructure plan. It's coming. Then he had one in 18. Then he had one in 19. Then he has one for 20. Just like his non-existent health care plan that's coming next week. He has no plan. When I got started, this wasn't a partisan issue, dealing with infrastructure. Republicans wanted to build solid infrastructure to make us first in the world. Now we rank 28th, just like Democrats did. It was totally nonpartisan. And creating thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of good-paying jobs. We're going to invest over time $2 trillion to build resilient infrastructure. Roads, bridges, ports, right here along these great lakes. 1.5 million new affordable housing units. High-speed broadband for every American household, more important than ever as we are educating our children from home because he has no plan how to open our schools. $100 billion to rebuild crumbling schools. How many schools in America do you think there are where you can't safely drink the water in the water fountain? Where they're worried about whether or not there is enough ventilation in the school, whether there's leaking energy or still has hazardous materials in the walls. It's ridiculous. We should be spending the money to improve those schools and the safety of our children and our teachers. As I said, retrofitting 4 million buildings and weatherizing 2 million homes. And the way we do that is with the tax credits that we'll give them again. All done by certified union labor. Look, I'll fight for workers and unions at every step, requiring all federal infrastructure projects to 1, pay prevailing wage, 2, prioritize project labor agreements so collective bargaining is in place before the project starts, employ workers from registered apprenticeships. I won't water them down like Trump tried to do, pass the PRO Act to crack down on employers who are trying to block or break unions. And I'll do it without raising anyone's taxes if you make less than $400,000 a year. I give him a word is about you have nothing to worry about if you make less than 400. If you make more, you're going to start to pay your fair share.
Hey, NBC News viewers, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Subscribe by clicking on that button down here and click on any of the videos over here to watch the latest interviews, show highlights, and digital exclusives. Thanks for watching.